Okay, question number 3. Now, question number 3, question number 4, and question number 5 all have to do with this frequency table. But since it's 10 points per question, 10 points will just be on doing the midpoints and boundaries, and 10 points on cumulative and relative, and 10 points on drawing the histogram. So altogether, this is going to be worth a lot, but we'll spread it over 3 videos. Okay, so for question number 3, first of all, I had the width. The width, you only have to write down one number. From the beginning of 1 to the beginning of next, that's 10. It should be the same number no matter where you go here. A distance of 10 in there. So the width is 10. Okay, and now the midpoints. All right, the midpoints are somewhere in the middle, right where that hyphen is, right there, that little dash. Right where that is, there's a halfway point. And my first thought is, oh, well, gosh, it's got to be like, 5, because 5 is like, in between 1 and 10. But it isn't. If I actually do the calculation, I do the first one plus the last one, divide by 2. That's 11, divide by 2, 5.5. And midpoints and boundaries, you have to write a list for both of those. Not the width, you just write one. Okay, the 10, that's good enough. All right, but now, because I need every single one of these little dashes really has its own number that goes with it. And they're all a width apart from each other. So then I don't even need to do the calculation again. I can just go 10 up from here, 15.5, 25.5, 35.5, 45, let's do it down here, 45.5, and 55.5. There's 6 little dashes, and there's 6 midpoints. Okay, the boundaries was that weird one where you had to go back and put something on at the beginning, but the midpoints you don't. It just matches up to that spot where that little dash should be. All right, now the boundaries. The boundaries are in between classes. Something has got to be in here somewhere in between 10 and 11. If I come up to you and go, oh, quick, give me a number between 10 and 11, you're like, 10.5? Yeah, it's halfway between. If you want to do the calculation, you would go 10 plus 11, divide by 2, 10.5. Okay, but usually you can look at these and tell because they're usually like both integers, and then you just pick the integer in between them. Halfway between 10 and 11 is 10.5. So then I start writing them down. 10.5, 20.5, 30.5, 40.5, 50.5, 60.5. And then it gets that weird part, okay? It was just like this when I was doing them on the discussion board. I go through all of that, and that kind of makes sense. 60.5 is right there. I don't want to go any further than that. But you have to go back and pick up the one right in here. Okay, the one right in there, you get that last one by taking your first one and subtracting off your width. 0.5. A lot of them come out negative. This one didn't come out negative because most of the time my charts seem to start with 0. This chart started with 1, so it didn't have a negative when I went ahead and subtracted that. But that's where you get those from. Okay, so if I ended up with 6 of the midpoints, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then I have to end up with 7 of the boundaries, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.